For over 20 years, I thought I was doing the right thing. I bought what I believed was healthy, olive oil from the store, trusted brands, fancy labels. I thought I was protecting my heart. But I was wrong. Very wrong. It wasn't extra virgin olive oil. Not the kind from Italy or Greece. It was industrial, processed, stripped of its healing powers. And the worst part? I didn't know. Not until my blood pressure wouldn't stabilize, even after cutting salt, walking daily, and watching my diet. Then, one day, a friend gave me a small bottle, dark glass, unbranded, imported directly from a Spanish village. The first taste shocked me. It burned slightly at the back of my throat. That's when I discovered oleocanthal, a natural compound acting like ibuprofen, helping with arthritis, inflammation, and even clotting. It turns out, real extra virgin olive oil is one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory foods for seniors. And yet, most of what's sold in the US is fake or diluted. In this video, I'll show you how one small change saved my heart health, and why it might be the most important tip you hear all year. Before we dive in, leave a comment below. Have you ever tasted real olive oil? Not the supermarket kind, but the kind that kicks like pepper and heals like nature. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know how just 2 tablespoons a day might just protect your brain, your heart, even your future. When I first learned that what I'd been calling olive oil was nothing but a bland, overprocessed liquid, I was furious. Not at the label. At myself. How could I have trusted something so blindly for 2 decades? I thought I was protecting my heart health, lowering my blood pressure, and giving my body something good. But in reality, that golden oil on my kitchen shelf wasn't real extra virgin olive oil. Let me tell you what real EVOO is, and why it matters. The good stuff, the real deal, is cold-pressed from freshly picked olives. No heat. No chemicals. No blending. Just pure, green gold. You'll usually find it from small farms in Italy, Greece, or Spain, not big industrial brands. The surprise here is, when you taste real EVOO, it kicks. A light burn in your throat. That's oleocanthal, a powerful compound that works like ibuprofen, reducing inflammation, soothing joints, and even protecting the arteries from clotting. Most store-bought oils, they've been refined to death. No antioxidants, no polyphenol, no natural blood-thinning effect. Just empty calories. So, how can you tell if your oil is the real kind? Taste it. Good EVOO should be bitter, fruity, and even slightly spicy. That's not a flaw, it's proof that it's alive, that it can help your cardiovascular health, your brain, your joints. Have you ever tried an olive oil that made you cough just a little? If yes, tell me where you found it. I'd love to know. And stay with me, because next, we'll talk about what makes EVOO one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory foods for seniors, especially if you deal with arthritis or chronic pain. I used to think pain was just a part of aging. Aching knees, stiff hands, sore back, it felt like my body was rusting slowly. Until one day, I realized that what I ate could either fuel the fire or put it out. That day, I stumbled across something called oleocanthal, a compound in real extra virgin olive oil that works like ibuprofen. And the twist? It has none of the side effects. No stomach ulcers. No liver stress. Just nature doing what it was designed to do. A 76-year-old man like me doesn't want more pills. I want less pain and more freedom. Oleocanthal fights inflammation at the root. Not just joint pain from arthritis, but the silent inflammation inside your blood vessels, your gut, even your brain. And when you combine it with hydroxytyrosol, another powerful antioxidant in EVOO, you get a duo that calms the whole system. I started using 2 tablespoons of EVOO every day, on salads, with vegetables, even a teaspoon straight. Within weeks, the stiffness in my fingers eased. The swelling in my knees went down. My doctor asked if I'd started new meds. I just smiled. This wasn't medicine from a bottle. It was medicine from a tree. Have you ever tried using EVOO like that, daily, not just for cooking, but as a supplement? Let me know in the comments how it felt for you. And stay with me, because up next, I'll show you how EVOO helps protect against strokes, and why it could be the best food for your arteries. 3 years ago, a neighbor of mine had a stroke while gardening. No warning. No symptoms. 1 minute he was trimming the roses, the next, he was on the ground. That hit me like a thunderbolt. I realized something terrifying: 80% of strokes show no warning signs. And as we age, our blood becomes thicker, our arteries stiffer, and the risk multiplies. So what's one of the simplest ways to protect your heart health and reduce your risk of stroke? Real extra virgin olive oil. Let me explain. EVOO contains powerful antioxidants and polyphenol that improve endothelial function, that's the inner lining of your blood vessels. It also contains oleocanthal and hydroxytyrosol, which reduce inflammation and prevent platelet aggregation, the sticky clumping that leads to blood clots. Translation: EVOO is a natural blood thinner. That means better circulation, lower blood pressure, and a lower chance of having that silent stroke that can rob you of your memory, mobility, and independence. I discovered the secret that no one talks about. Most people think heart attacks and strokes only come to smokers, the obese, or the inactive. But I've seen it happen to healthy, active people, even those who eat well, because they never addressed the invisible inflammation building up inside. Do you or someone in your family have a history of stroke or heart disease? Share it in the comments, you're not alone. And stay with me, because next, I'll show you how EVOO might help protect something just as precious as your heart, your brain. I watched my best friend forget my name. That was the hardest moment of my life. We'd known each other since we were 12. He survived Vietnam, built a family, worked 40 years, and in his 70s, he started forgetting everything. And I thought, what if that happens to me? We often talk about heart health, but your cognitive health, your memory, your clarity, your ability to think and reason, is just as important. And the shocking truth? What you eat affects your brain as much as your body. That's where extra virgin olive oil, EVOO, comes in. EVOO is rich in hydroxytyrosol, a powerful antioxidant that protects your brain cells from oxidative stress, the kind that leads to memory loss, Alzheimer's, and cognitive decline. One major study from Spain found that seniors who followed a Mediterranean diet rich in EVOO had better memory, slower brain aging, and a lower risk of dementia. I've made EVOO a part of my morning routine, just 1 tablespoon with breakfast. It's simple. It's natural. And it's one more way I fight to keep my brain sharp, my stories alive, and my identity intact. Do you know someone struggling with memory issues or living in a memory care facility? Leave a red heart in the comments for them. They're not alone. Coming up, I'll show you exactly how to choose real EVOO and avoid the fake stuff. The label said, extra virgin, but it was a lie. That's what my doctor told me after a blood test showed no improvement despite months of me using olive oil every day. Harold, he said, if you want the benefits, you need the real thing. And that's when my journey began, learning how to spot authentic, high-quality EVOO, and how to avoid the imposters. So let me show you what I learned. First, check the bottle. Real extra virgin olive oil comes in dark glass or metal tins, never plastic. Light and heat destroy the antioxidants inside. Second, look for the harvest date, not just the expiration date. The fresher the oil, the better. Third, country of origin matters. Trust oils from Italy, Greece, Spain, Portugal, Morocco, and make sure it's a single origin or estate-produced oil. What I didn't expect here was, if it's too cheap to be true. It's not real. Real EVOO has a bold flavor, a peppery finish, and that signature throat tingle from oleocanthal. I now buy mine from a small co-op in Crete, shipped directly. It costs more, yes. But it works. My blood pressure dropped. My joint pain faded. And my salads never tasted better. Do you have a favorite brand or source for EVOO? Share it in the comments. Let's build a list for our community. And stay with me, because next, I'll wrap this journey up with one final message: how just 1 tablespoon of EVOO a day helped transform not just my health, but how I see myself as a 76-year-old man. 1 tablespoon. That's all it took. Not a pill. Not a surgery. Just a spoonful of extra virgin olive oil, every morning, for 6 months. And slowly, I felt it. My blood pressure stabilized. My joints moved more freely. My memory felt sharper. My energy came back, not like a 25-year-old, but like a 76-year-old who still had things to do. But more than that, something changed inside me. You see, I stopped seeing myself as an old man managing decline. I started identifying as someone taking ownership of his health, someone who invests in his heart, his brain, and his future. Because who you believe you are, shapes the actions you take. I wasn't just putting oil on a salad. I was honoring the identity of a man who chooses to be strong, clear-minded, and independent, even in his 70s. And you can too. Tell me, what small habit has made a big difference in your health? Let's inspire each other in the comments. And if this story touched you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs hope, not just information. Coming soon, we'll explore more 1 spoon habits, from anti-inflammatory foods for seniors to daily practices that preserve your independence and mental clarity. Because small steps, done daily, become a long life well lived.